Senator Clinton, would you be in favor of saying to the American people, I'm going to tax your income, I'm not going to cap it at $97,500. Everyone, even if you're a millionaire, is going to pay Social Security tax on every cent they make?
Well, Tim, let me tell you what I think about this, because I know this is a particular concern of yours, but I want to make 3 points very briefly. First, I do think that it's important to talk about fiscal responsibility. You know, when my husband left office after moving us toward a balanced budget and a surplus, we had a plan to make Social Security solvent until 2055. Now, because of the return to deficits, we've lost 14 years of solvency. It's now projected to be solvent until 2041. Getting back on a path to fiscal responsibility is absolutely essential. Number two, I think we do need another bipartisan process. You described what happened in '83. It took presidential leadership, and it took the relationships between the White House and Capitol Hill to reach the kind of resolution that was discussed. And I think that has to be what happens again, but with a president who is dedicated to Social Security, unlike our current president, who has never liked Social Security. You can go back and see when he first ran for Congress, he was dissing Social Security. So when I'm president, I will do everything to protect and preserve Social Security so we can have that kind of bipartisanship. And finally, then you can look in the context of fiscal responsibility and of a bipartisan compromise, what else might be done. But I think if you don't put fiscal responsibility first, you're going to really make a big mistake, because we demonstrated in the 90s it had a lot to do with moving us towards solvency.
But you would not take lifting the cap at 97.5 off the table.
Well, I take everything off the table until we move toward fiscal responsibility and before we have a bipartisan process. I don't think I should be negotiating about what I would do as president. You know, I want to see what other people come to the table with.
But Senator Biden said you can't grow your way out of this, and for the record, when the Clinton administration left office, Social Security was only guaranteed to 2038, not 2055.
There was a plan on the basis of the balanced budget and the surplus to take it all the way to 2055. And we know what happened. George Bush came in, went back to deficits, and has basically used the Social Security Trust Fund and borrowing from China and other countries to pay for the war.
A simple question. What do you put on the table? What are you willing to look at to say we're not going to double the taxes, we're not going to cut benefits in half? I'm willing to put everything on the table, some things on the table, nothing on the table.
I'm not putting anything on the proverbial table until we move toward fiscal responsibility. I think it's a mistake to do that.